All right. Well, according to the Anxiety and Depression Association of America, more than 1/4 of the population suffers from anxiety, depression, or both. And while depression rates do not generally rise during the holidays, the intensity of the feelings of loneliness does. And we are learning more about surviving the holidays from Dr. Samantha Mattising. And Dr. Samantha, thank you for joining us.
I'm thrilled to be here.
Very important. So we all get the blues from time to time, but when does it start becoming a serious disorder?
Well, there's many things that show up, symptoms that people have, but then they don't do anything about it. So the first thing that you may find is that you're spending a lot of time comforting yourself with food, drugs, alcohol, or even sex. So you're not feeling so great about yourself, you're not sure how to deal with the stress, and so you do those things primarily. Second thing is you may be angry or moody or irritable all the time, and you take that out on your family and friends and the people who you love, and you aren't able to control that. The third thing is that you're stuck in the past. So it could be last year, it could be 5 years ago, it could be 50 years ago, but you're not dealing and living in the present, so you're stuck back there.
Gotcha.
Fourth thing is you may be very judgmental and hypercritical, not just of everybody else around you, but also inside your own head.
Right.
You're criticizing yourself all the time. And then the fifth thing is sort of an either or that I see is either you blame everybody else for every single thing that happens and absolutely nothing is your fault.
Right.
Or you then take the blame for everything else and you feel that everything that happens is because of you.
Right. Well, so, the holidays, they can be tough on a lot of people.
Yes.
And what do you think are some of the reasons that the holidays can be so difficult and be more difficult for someone who may be prone to depression?
Sure. So when you suffer from depression, your natural inclination is to want to withdraw. And you're also highly irritable and anxious a lot of the time. And so those things don't make for spending lots of time with people, right? And so that's what makes it even more difficult for someone who suffers from depression. Also, people who suffer from depression feel very lonely, even when they're with their families and people that they care about. They feel alone and they feel lonely, and it becomes more intense during that time because you feel like you're supposed to be having fun and enjoying this time, and you're not, and you feel really, really lonely and very sad.
Yeah. Well, so what is some of the advice and best tips that you can offer to make us feel better and avoid this depression for the holidays?
Absolutely. So the first thing is to realize that those toxic thoughts, the negative things that's swirling around in your head, that it's damaging, is destructive to you, and it's important to let those things go.
Okay.
The second thing is that to realize is that it's really important to realize that you can change those thoughts. A lot of people think that those things, they're automatic and you can do nothing about it.
Right.
You're not helpless, you can do that. The other thing is to overcome the past, the pain and hurt that you feel of things that happened last year, even a Christmas or two ago. It's important to leave those things in the past and deal with the present.
Right.
You cannot have fun today if you're focusing on last year or the year before.
Right.
The next thing is action. You have to take action. Your natural inclination, like I said, is to withdraw and be by yourself. The most important thing is to not do that. So be active and be engaged with other people and make steps to change your life. The last thing is to revitalize you. Pamper yourself. Do things that feel good for you.
Right.
Don't be that turtle. Don't keep yourself locked up inside and not see anybody. Engage with other people.
Right.
Eat healthy. Take exercise and think more positive thoughts. And practice gratitude, kindness, and love. A lot of times we focus on what we don't have. Focus on what you do have. Practice gratitude for those things.
Great. Well, and so just real quick, because I want to make sure that our viewers get this, you've got a book, Magnify Your Brilliance, 5 Keys to Emotional Freedom. Our readers are going to learn this, is what we've just discussed, right?
Yes. Okay. Essentially, I suffered from depression myself when I was in graduate school, and it was one of the darkest periods of my life. And in the book, I talk about that for myself and the things that I use to help myself get out of it.
Right. All right. Well, there you see, folks, emotionalwellnessdoctor.com. And if folks want to talk to you, they can call you 703-717-5060, correct?
Correct. And my website is emotionalwellnessdoctor.com.
Great. Well, Samantha, thank you so much. We really appreciate
My
this
pleasure.
information.
Thank you.
Thank you.